Hey guys, welcome back to another kind of different and offbeat pickups video today. I just did a pickups video like a week and a half ago, so I'm usually a little nervous about throwing too many of these out there, but this stuff is kind of different and interesting. I actually ordered a couple of interesting things. I got something sent to me for free by an old gaming friend, somebody that I had been playing Dark Orbit with for like 10 years during all this pandemic situation. She's been making some masks in order to make a little extra money. So she's actually sent me several masks here, and she's got a little Facebook page and an Instagram. You can check this out. Her little home-based business is called Stitchin' and Sask. She does a pretty nice little presentation here. I'm going to actually open these up and check them out. There's quite a few. She's got dozens of different designs and styles. I asked her to send me some of the more nerdy ones, video game and movie related. So this one here that she sent me is a Pac-Man mask. We'll try that on and see what it looks like. I can see immediately something really great is the straps are adjustable. She also asked me for the measurements of my face from the tip of my nose to my chin so that she could customize the size. You can see this is really good quality. It's got adjustable ear straps here, so let's just try it on. It does have a nice wire nose piece as well. Putting this over my ears. It fits fantastic. Pinching it at the nose kind of, keeps it from fogging up your glasses. Fits really good. Let's check out some of the other ones here. So this was the Pac-Man one, and I will do a little bit more of a close-up of these in B-roll. So here we have a really nice kind of retro Zelda one here. Let's check this one out. So this is the design here. That's kind of out of focus, but all kinds of different little panels on here. Kind of looks sort of like Link Between Worlds art, or something of that nature. Really nice. So let's try this one on. Again, it does have the good structured nose piece. It has the adjustable ear straps here. This one, it fits fantastic, as you can see. And let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, this one is Captain America, and it's kind of a vintage comic book sort of color here. I really like the colors on this one. This one's pretty cool. Gives you kind of a comic book print. What do you think, guys? Definitely go check out our Facebook page, check out our Instagram. I will absolutely leave links in the description down below to direct you. I would personally take it as a favor if you would go check out her page and at least leave a thumbs up and a like, even if you don't want to buy a mask. But by all means, support a fellow gaming creator and somebody that's doing something really creative and really useful in this day and age, and buy yourself a mask or two or three. Check this one out. This one's Star Wars. This is super cool. It's got some of the Star Wars comic book covers from the Marvel run on it. Again, these are, like, having these measured to fit, these masks fit better than anything that I have bought over the counter at a store. Most of the masks, I have a big head, and most of them just barely sit on my chin, and usually are pulling down off the end of my nose. Having these measured to fit is fantastic. These are really well made, they're pretty rugged and durable, so by all means, check Cynthia's page out. We would absolutely appreciate it if you did buy a mask, or at least leave a like and say hello. Great job. We love what you're doing. Everybody needs a little encouragement during all these hard times. So moving on to some of the other crazy pickups I've got here. Before I get into, I've just got a couple games here that really I was pretty interested in. As you know, I'm trying to complete a couple collections, but before I get into that, I've mentioned on a couple other videos before that I've really been enjoying the anime Macross Frontier, and it's actually been a life-changing experience for me in terms of my appreciation of anime. It has completely changed my tastes forever in what I consider good anime. Absolutely love the show to pieces, and I wanted something to commemorate that, and there's very little out there, especially in North America, that you can buy to kind of buy into the Macross universe. So I went out to Tokyo. Well, I didn't go to Tokyo personally, but I went on eBay and found these beautiful art books here of the two main female characters from the show, Ranka Lee and Cheryl Nome here. Now, some of the images inside are a little racy, that's kind of a Japanese thing, but these books are actually backwards as far as North Americans are concerned, because Japanese read books from back to front, so... But there's some absolutely just stunning artwork in these books, and, you know, I'd really like to be able to read some of this, but yeah, there's some incredible stuff in these books. I will, absolutely be sharing with you some more about... Let me just see. Look at this artwork. Look at this. It's just gorgeous. I'll absolutely be sharing more about my journey with Macross, but I can't say enough about how happy I am to own these physical manifestations of my love for that series. If you haven't watched Macross, and particularly Macross Frontier, do yourself a favor. Even if you haven't previously really enjoyed anime, I promise you this one takes the cake. So a couple other things that I picked up here pretty recently, something I've been looking for ages, and that is Diablo 3 Eternal Edition on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I've never played Diablo 3, I guess it's been available for quite some time, even on the 360 and the PS3, but I never got around to it, and I've recently become very interested in trying the game. So, you know, I've been digging around trying to find a cheap copy for quite some time, going in and out of game stores, and they're all pretty much full price, $79.99, or used $60, you know, something like that. And I just knew if I waited long enough, I would find a copy for $30 or $25. I ended up finding this at a pawn shop in a city nearby for $35, and I was happy with that. And let me tell you, I put this in first day, I started playing it, and I am absolutely obsessed with this game. If you haven't played Diablo 3, this game is fantastic, especially if you're the kind of guy or girl that likes to play a lot of computer kind of MMORPG type games, because it's got a lot of the mechanics in here of collecting, looting dungeons and getting new gear and upgrading your character. You level up, of course, it's an RPG, but I really love the looting mechanics. It's really satisfying to constantly be building and upgrading your character and feeling like you're getting that progression of your character getting stronger and stronger. It's just a lot of fun, so highly recommend Diablo 3 if you haven't played it. And then I went on a road trip to a city called Guelph, which is about 2.5 hours away from my home. And there's a particular video game store that I never miss going to when I'm in Guelph. I do go there a couple of times a year. But I went there with my mom on just a bit of a road trip, and so I stopped in at Microplay, which is the game store that I love there, and I picked up Lords of Magda, Maiden of Heaven. I've heard that this is a pretty good game. I believe it was Eric Landon RPG who's actually mentioned this on several of his best of lists. I found it for $25. I don't really know much of anything about the game, but I'm a sucker for any kind of RPG on the Nintendo 3DS, so I couldn't turn it down for $25. And then, as you guys know, if you've been watching the last couple of videos, I am working on a complete Level 5 collection. So I have a little bit to say about this, but this is Professor Layton and the Curious Village on the Nintendo DS. Now, I love Level 5, and I love the art style in these games, and I love the stories in these games, but let me tell you, man, I am not impressed with the Professor Layton series in terms of gameplay. Sure, the point-and-click stuff is fine, I like point-and-click games, but the puzzles are just dastardly. It's not like they're too hard or anything, it's like they're all middle school math problems, and like, who wants to sit through trying to, line up puzzle? Oh my gosh. I'm playing one on the 3DS right now, and I paid a healthy penny for that game, like $65 or something, and I am so disappointed because the puzzles are just not fun. They're all mathematical based. I feel like I'm trying to do homework in grade 6 or something. Not that it's ridiculously hard, it's just not fun. I keep hoping for some kind of Zelda-type puzzles or something where you're dealing with spatial issues or something, but most of the puzzles I've encountered so far in the Professor Layton series, are the type of puzzles you could find in the back of a dollar store Sudoku book. Just not very creative puzzles at all. So I am definitely going to continue to collect all of the Professor Layton games, but as far as my backlog goes, I don't think these are going to be on the list. So the last couple of things that I've got here, I was at a local thrift store and I picked up a couple of VHS movies. Nothing real special, but Ben Affleck movie, Reindeer Games, and Narrow Margin with Gene Hackman. Now I love Gene Hackman. I've never heard of Narrow Margin, but that's the great thing about collecting VHS. You often discover B movies or secondary movies that you have never heard of, and I mean, these are like 50 cents, $1. Collecting VHS is a lot of fun because they're so cheap and they're so plentiful out there. And guys, if you've already got a CRT TV hooked up to play retro video games, you might as well have a VCR and collect some of these historical gems while you can, because give it another 5 years, these are gonna start to be pretty expensive as they rise into a collector's market like everything else does. And the last thing I have here is VHS also, and this I won in a silent auction, actually. Look at this beauty. This is a Fantasia Collector's Edition Walt Disney's Masterpiece VHS collection. This was originally $120 in 1991 when it was released. And this is absolutely gorgeous. Like, you cut this open and, like, this still has the original plastic on it. It has been opened, but it's in pristine condition. So you see here, this has got, I'll show you this in a minute, but this is a lithograph. And then here we have an absolutely beautiful art book and kind of story of, how the movie was made and stuff like that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then it comes with 2 VHS tapes and 2 CD soundtracks. And then I'll just pull out this framed print. Now, as I say, I already have one of these, which I bought about a year ago. But this one that I found in this silent auction was in much better condition. This is almost pristine. You can see this Sorcerer's Apprentice lithograph. This is a authentic, numbered, limited edition lithograph. Absolutely gorgeous. Those of you who know me know that I am a sucker for Disney, and anything that is special edition Disney, I just absolutely can't turn down. So now I have 2 copies of these, but this one is a much better condition copy. That's everything I have to show you for today, but keep in mind there's always new stuff coming into the Nerd Cave, so what will we get next? Will it be VHS movies, video games? For sure there'll be video games in the next video. I'll try not to do another pickups video for at least another month or so, but you never know when exciting stuff's gonna come in, and we just gotta cover it. So anyways, guys, thanks for sticking around. Stay classy.